Hello, here I am again. I was just sitting here editing some videos, thinking about something. Me and Margaret were laughing about something about bad energy and how it just like flows. How I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about anybody, you know what I'm saying? But you know how when you're watching your favorite cop TV show on TV or something, and they're down in the hood, and they're going up through a tenement building or some apartment building or something, and people are yelling and screaming in the apartments and fighting, and there's drug addicts laying all over and all that stuff. Well, this is what we were laughing about earlier. You know what? When you do actually live in a major city and you live down in the hood, it actually really is like that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes your neighbors lose their tempers and they yell and scream at each other, and it just like you can hear it. Right? Even though you live in a cinder block building, you can still hear me and Margaret, right? So we stepped outside just for a minute to try to get a breather from it, and then down the other side over there, they're going at it too. See, so in real life, it's actually always about energy and how the flow of it works. In this case, this is what we were laughing about. So Margaret, I seriously believe that the wall that separates their two apartments over there is like the radiation center. It's like this bad energy flows this way, bad energy flows that way, and it's multiplied. You know what I'm saying, by the evilness of it. Right, and then it just poof. And me and Margaret we're not immune to it, right? But we're aware of it as it's interacting, and so we do our old people thing, and we tend to just let it roll. You know what I'm saying? It's like that flow thing I said. If it doesn't affect your life immediately, right now, just let it flow on by you. But it's truly incredible how you can. Once you have attained a higher level of thinking and you're looking at the world from this perspective, it's truly interesting how you can actually see the energy flowing and how it interacts with humans and around them. That's why I call it the drama of being a human, because most of the mundane mindsets don't even know that this is happening to them, that they're feeding into it, or they're creating it, or they're sustaining it, and how it affects all of them in their little interacting groups and stuff, because we live in this little 8-unit apartment building right here. You know what I'm saying? It's downtown Phoenix almost, right? And a lot of the people that live in the apartments are with us, just like us. They're people that are ex-homeless. You know what I'm saying? This is the place where we live at, and at a point in time, this used to be called the compound, right? Like 2-3 years ago, for like a number of years, and it was mostly a center for drug activity and drug addicts and meth heads, and I mean, any time of the day or night they'd be dragging stolen stuff in here and trading it to the dope man and all that stuff. Well, just recently, some new owners bought the place and took over, and they spent a couple $100,000 redoing all the apartments. Like our apartments have brand new top floors. We got brand new kitchen cabinets. We have brand new bathroom appliances. Saying the whole bit. I mean, the refrigerator sucks, but hey, it's a good refrigerator. Right, we have a stove that doesn't have the two burners don't work. You know what I'm saying, and where the hole for the vent was supposed to go through for the hood, they never made the hole. Well, they never put the vent, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, right up until these people came along, you know what I'm saying, it was this place was atrocious, living right in the middle of the hood, right here. Well, some of the people that now live here with us were people that at one point or another in their homeless career, right? They either used to do business here, or this was a trash spot for them, or they knew somebody that stayed in here. You know what I'm saying? That paid $200 or $300 or whatever. You know what I'm saying, to whoever the slumlord was that owned the place. You know what I'm saying, for the apartment. Well, you know what I'm saying, they've come back, right? And now they're living here. It's legit, right? They make their money. You know what I'm saying? Like the one lady down there, they get government checks. You know what I'm saying? Our neighbors here right next door, homeboy's got a really good hustle with some bicycles and stuff, and he's really good at it. But they have this mindset that comes from the streets, right? Where when they're on the hustle, when they're on the scam, they're not actually thinking right. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking about what's going to promote them, what's going to move them farther, what's going to push their little gigantic ball of stuff farther ahead in the next day so that they can have some of this. Right? Well, that whole mindset, streety mindset, is very volatile. It could explode at any moment over any tiny little thing, especially if the dynamic between a couple, a relationship has been on for 2 or 3 years, and they've reached the limit of what they will tolerate from each other. Because in the beginning there was lots of toleration, and then as the relationship has moved farther and farther and farther, the toleration has gotten, smaller and smaller and smaller, to their point now where they're like a spark plug gap, and any little spark will ignite it, and then they'll go off. And that's the interesting thing to me, is watching how that energy flows, and it just encompasses, and then when they open the door, it spills out, and then But anyways, that's what I thought I'd talk about today. Bad energy and how it affects humans and why. I'm saying it's in this mindset that we have, or that we've learned, especially, like in this situation, when you're thrust into the streets and survival is instantaneous, like right now, and it's hand to mouth, right? You develop certain defense mechanisms to keep you from getting caught up in other stuff, because slowly over time, as each event has happened to you, you learn less from it, right? Until you're at this point now where it's survival overruns everything. I explained it to Margaret with her little OCD problem. She laughed at me, but she agreed because she saw the logic of it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what happens, and the mindset takes over at certain points. A keyword or a phrase or something, or a little stupid irritational thing, right? And bing, it lights off, and bang, there it goes, and then it spreads. The radiation, the evil energy is so powerful that it radiates through the next inclined mindset, and then they catch it just through the vibrations of it. Because that's how we work. We all work on our own little frequency. That's what sentient is. You know what I'm saying? So, the next time you see something going on, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention to it and watch the dynamic, how it works. Because people with this mindset will fight and argue anywhere, at home, at the bus stop, at the grocery store, at the movie theater. You name it, right? Any little tiny spark could ignite it, and it could go off anywhere. And at any time, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you're fortunate enough to be in a place, right, where this is going on, pay attention to what's happening. You might learn a lesson for yourself about the next time when that chord is struck in you, or that little spark hits you, and you get a little upset. That's a little bit over the top. Maybe, just maybe, that lesson that you learned that day, watching them people fight it out, you know what I'm saying, is what's going to keep you from souring a relationship or ruining a friendship, you know what I'm saying, or having one of your children upset with you over something so foolish that even they can't see the logic in it.